everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Angie. I am a psychic medium here on YouTube. So I help to channel the energies that Spirit provides to me for my readings for the collective. I want to let everybody know, if you are new to my channel, thanks so much for your love, likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Truly, truly, truly appreciated. It helps my channel grow, which I'm grateful for, and forever blessed to Spirit to be able to come and provide messages to you for the readings that I provide. So I want to let everybody know that I will be offering my personal and private readings for the month of December, which is started December 1st to December 31st at 50% off. I also provide items such as photo readings. I actually have recently been certified to provide the service by a psychic medium, Lily Rose, who's here on YouTube, as well as I have recently received that accreditation. So I also do automatic writing. Writing is something that I've always been very passionate about, so it comes to me naturally as one of my natural intuitive gifts. So if you want, let's say, a channeled message letter from your loved one to you, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Any person that you would like a letter from, I'm able to channel this message as well to you. So if this reading resonates and you would like to book any personal and private readings, as well as any other of my services that I provide, all the information will be listed down below in the description bar. So you can hit me up at email, or you can book it on my Etsy store. Most people like to just email me directly and then pay me through PayPal. That's also an option. So I want to thank everybody so much who has inquired about personal and private readings with me. I'm going to be pushing out as much content as possible this month in December. I want to actually dive a little deeper and do a lot more readings now that I have quit one of my jobs. So now I have a lot more time to be providing these readings to you, which is amazing because this is my calling. Like, come on, hello. So anyways, let's get into it. So yeah, we're going to ask Spirit the question, what is the tea, the gossip about the collective at this time? So did you recently, let's say, go through glow up? Did you go through transformation? What are people saying about you, the viewer? So let's hop into this. So we have pile number 1 here with this stone. We have pile number 2 that has 2 stones that are right here. And last but not least, we have pile number 3, which has these 2 stones here as well. So do your thing, pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey pile 1, so if you've picked this stone here, this is going to be a reading where we ask Spirit the collective question in regards to your situation. What is the tea, the gossip? What are people saying about you at this time during the holidays? So in case you missed the intro and you're new to my YouTube channel, or you have been with me for a while, hey, thanks so much for supporting me. Much appreciated. I will be actually offering all personal and private readings for the month of December at 50% off. I also do automatic writings, and I've recently been accredited through psychic medium Lily Rose. She is phenomenal, absolutely amazing as well. So I've recently been accredited through her in terms of photo readings. So I also offer photo reading services, as well as I do have services for automatic writing as well. Or if you want to find out more about what's making your person, let's say, run and you chase or whatnot, I also offer that service as well. So I have a variety of things that your girl does. So if you feel called and would like to book any of my services, all of this is either in the description bar below, where you can shoot me an email at angiesawakening1111@gmail.com, or you can book it through my Etsy store. Most people, they just book it, they email me, and then pretty much I take payment through PayPal. All right, so let's hop into your reading. So for pile number 1, what is the tea and the gossip that people are saying about you at this time? So I feel intuitively that I think that you have recently gone through some sort of transformation. I think for a while you had been preventing the world, or you had some type of covering over your third eye, or something like this happened where you were afraid to show the world and cascade the real you. But recently, I feel like something happened. It could have been a tower moment. Something in your life had shifted. And because of this, now you're starting to step into your divine empress type of energy. So I feel like a lot of divine feminines are going to choose pile 1. So, and if you are masculine, then you're stepping into your masculine energy. So I'm seeing that all of your chakras, so I see like in the stone here, we have like red, we have blue, we have green, we have yellow, we have all these little different colors in this crystal here. So that tells me that right now you are getting healing, or your chakras are being uplifted, or some type of like transformative type of energy. But let's see the back and see what this crystal is and what it has to say. So yes, this is amethyst. So phantom quartz, expression, gifts, originality. So amethyst phantom quartz fosters prolific energy and opens the crown chakra to channel creativity in all forms. Individuality is encouraged, and uniqueness is an expression is embraced by this stone. Amethyst phantom quartz instills confidence in your creations and urges you to share your talents. Using intuition as a powerful resource, Amethyst Phantom Quartz connects you to the spiritual team to convey your ideas in a way that stands out. Do yourself a favor and show the world what you got. So we have for zodiac signs that this may be associated with is Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Jupiter, and Neptune. So yes, you recently went through some type of powerful awakening or transformation, and now you're ready to show the world the real you. So people are gossiping about this because they notice that something has changed. So I'm hearing for some of you as well, you may have recently been connected to a new spirit guide that has been with you, or is with you now at this time, for this leg of your life or this leg of your journey. So I'm hearing very heavily as well that people are also gossiping about the fact that you created a new beginning for yourself. I think for a long time you were not happy where you were, and then you basically were able to transform and change into something different, which people are gossiping about this. So let's see if I get any more messages about you at this time. Thanks, Spirit. 11th house. Nice. The edge. They tell me one more. I'll get one more. Well done, pile number 1. I want to congratulate you. You have finally stepped into more of your power. And you are being supported by your spiritual team at this time. And they want you to know that they're really, really working really hard with you at this time, pile number 1. So we have 11th house, the edge. Friendship, group creativity, community, humility, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, the future. So yes, the viewer, you are very much like myself. You are a psychic medium. You may not know this, but you do have a lot of psychic intuitive abilities. I'm being drawn here to like these mummies, which for me talks about the fact that you have had many lifetimes that you have been incarnated in as well, pile number 1. You could also be life path number 11 like myself. And with life path number 11, that also ties into the spirituality pieces. Psychic abilities and spirituality and creativity is something that's very important for life path number 11, which is myself as well. So you could very well be a part of my soul family or soul tribe, because I am also a life path number 11. So right now you are being called to basically show the world the real you. I think you have a lot of cosmic intelligence that's also being downloaded to you at this time, pile number one. And so people are gossiping basically about the fact that you have become a rebellion. You are stepping into your power, you are standing your ground, you're setting boundaries with people, and you're also willing to help people who share the same types of common goals that you have. You right now are working on your areas of friendship, creativity, community. You could be into philanthropy type of work. You could be a social work or in the medical field where you're helping people, or you've been volunteering a lot recently. You are finding the hope in humanity and willing to step into your power to create change for people and communities as a whole. I'm hearing for a lot of you, you might also be someone as well that has a very high calling towards a life purpose of giving back or being dedicated to your community. And I feel like you as well are very respected in the community that you come from, and people generally want to talk to you, they want to be around you. So here we have it again, right? Right now, people are looking at it from the perspective as well that you are expressing yourself. You're speaking your truth. You're building a better attitude towards yourself. You're working on your outer image of who you are. This is the gossip people are having. I hear for some of you, you may have also lost a significant amount of weight, and people are noticing this. Your aura is shining, and people are seeing this about you. You're making very good first impressions. You may have recently had a job interview, I'm hearing for some of you as well. And now you're working on your life mission, which people are gossiping about this. That, wow, the viewer is like shining bright. Like this is some heavy, heavy, heavy energy that you are bringing with this ascendant card, as well as the 11th house, the edge. So right now, you, the viewer, people are gossiping how much of a difference your attitude has made and how you have become a totally different person in comparison to who you were just a few years ago. You've totally changed, and people are gossiping about this because they see how much of a difference you have made in a very short period of time. And so now people are really gossiping about this because they feel such an immense amount of change within you as a person. So let's pull some tarot to get further clarification on everything that I just said, and then we'll take it from there. So justice. So I'm going to pull 3, and then I'm going to start talking more about it. Ace of Swords. Wow, this is powerful, man. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And we have Temperance in reverse. This is powerful, pile number 1. I am actually really proud of you. You've done amazing work. So, people right now are noticing how balanced you are with everything. I think for a long time you have kind of like haven't been able to find your way. You haven't been feeling very good about yourself. I think your confidence may have been to the floor. But right now, pile number 1, people are gossiping about the fact that you are now finding that balance within yourself. You're not taking people's bullshit. You're speaking your truth, because we have the Ace of Swords here. So something happened in your recent past where I think you, the viewer, you could even be a Saggy as well. You, the viewer, went through some type of period where maybe you had gone through like a tower moment, or something drastic had happened to you where you just felt like your whole world was being turned upside down. Because Sagittarius is an energy that very much embodies freedom, self-expression. I have an ascendant in Sagittarius as well, so I totally understand and can relate and resonate with this very much too. So something about your peace and you being able to be happy. Could have even been a home situation. Something happened here. Could have been like you had experienced heartbreak, or you had gone through some issues in your home or your job or at school. Something happened here. But because of what happened in the past, it definitely brought you, the viewer, a lot of clarity with this Ace of Swords. And then you went on some type of self-discovery quest to find the balance within yourself. So it like shook your world to basically now you are starting to step into your life purpose, right? Because you realized that you were juggling, right? So you're no longer juggling. You're no longer giving your power away to things that do not serve your purpose, the viewer. You are now realizing that you are here for a higher calling. And so now you are working on your mission, right? What am I here for? Why do I exist? What is my purpose? What am I being called to do? And so now you are finding that balance. So people are gossiping about this because you've had a glow up. People are starting to realize that you're no longer the same person that you once were. I'm hearing for a lot of you, you may have had trouble as well communicating and speaking your truth, but that is now a thing of the past. So now you have realized that you need to first work on yourself and your approach, and then become and transform that to become that empress or that emperor if you are a male watching this pile. Let's see what else. Yes, death. So as we talked about, you went through a transformation. I feel like for a lot of you, you were resisting this for a while, but then you had no choice. Something happened here where there was a drastic ending and to create way for a new beginning. It could even have been the lunar eclipse that we had. Remember, all readings are timeless, but we did have a lunar eclipse. The day that I'm recording this is December 5th, 2021, but we had a lunar eclipse a couple weeks ago, or no, a week ago, basically. And then now we have a solar eclipse, which was yesterday. So that was December 4th. So because of this, the eclipse and the solar eclipse may have pushed you in a new light or a new direction in terms of you working on areas of partnerships, collaboration, friendships. We even have it here. Pardon my French. We even have it here, right? Justice, right? Which is this card. So you've now gone into, and here we have the scale as well. Holy fuck. I can't make this up. This is serious. So you, the viewer, had gone on a quest to find your equilibrium, your balance, right? And people are gossiping about this because they're jealous, right? And you've also been healing, right? So you've been giving the strength to heal a lot of your issues, your inner child wounding, your pain, things that you have been holding, right? Even generational, ancestral karma and trauma you have been holding, right? And now you're cleansing this, you're releasing it. I've seen for some of you, I'm noticing here there's a teardrop with tears. You may have spent a lot of nights crying and really working on yourself, but now you're starting to step into your power and really hone in on that personal development and growth. Yes, wow. I don't even need to pull no more cards on this. This is, yes, we have here ending, right? You've released that. That was the past. You've released with the 10 of Swords. You released all of that energy that was not good and serving you. So let's see your last piece of advice from Spirit. This pile was very straightforward. Yeah, I think this is good. You are going through a major glow up at this time. So let's see your last piece of advice from Spirit, and then we'll close out your reading. So people are just gossiping about how much of a person you have changed. That's really the tea. They're not saying anything bad about you. They can't. You have stepped into your power. They can't say anything. They can't speak bad on your name. They have nothing bad to say about you, the viewer. So your gossip is actually really good. They only have good things to say about you, that you have transformed and changed as a person. So sorry, pile number one, if you thought that there would have been more juice. There isn't. But they're just talking about your glow up. That's really what it is. You're not even focusing, I feel like, on even people right now. You're thinking about, well, like the haters, basically. You're thinking about yourself. So the last piece of advice that I'll leave for you from Spirit is mirror who or what is triggering you. So it could have been a twin flame or some type of higher level soulmate, but I'm feeling very strongly a twin flame situation could have happened where maybe you guys had an ending, and because of this, this created way for a new beginning for you and yourself. So because of that, it really shifted you into your power. It was like you were resisting change for so long, and then boom, something happened here, and then you said, fuck it. I'm going to make my way, and I'm going to do what I need to do, and you just dropped everything right there. But sometimes that happens, right? Like it happened to me a couple weeks ago. I'm still going through it right now. I had a major tower moment with my twin flame. And the reason why that happened was because I was giving my power away. right? I was not allowing myself to see my value, my worth, right? And so I had just been so caught up in my twin that I forgot all about myself and what I really wanted for myself. But no, even though we're the same person, and that's something you, the viewer, have now realized, even though you guys are the same, you're different. You both have your own separate missions apart, and you have your mission work together. And, you know, you have to be able to understand that and let that go, right? And so if somebody's toxic, or they're hurting you, or they're creating drama for you, in all areas, they must bounce. So here's this card here, Mirror. So let's read what it says. Who or what is triggering you? The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections, when someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, exactly, this is why I talked about my twin flame. Unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it is an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life. The universe and ourselves mirroring, pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirroring reveals the parts of us that have yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who admire you put you on a pedestal. If you do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those who we despise, are envious of and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded. We will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So work your light inquiry. Who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? So yes, you went through something recently with your twin flame. I feel it very strongly in this pile. You went through something with a twin flame or somebody that you thought was a love interest. Something happened here. But this person mirrored back to you the parts of yourself that needed to be healed. And now that you, the viewer, have started to address that, this is where now you're having those moments of clarity and truth about yourself. You're digging deeper, right? You're looking into the good, the bad, the outer, your aura, your role, your effect, your mission, your approach. Everything is being taken into consideration, the viewer. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is powerful. I'm going to close this reading out here, but just know, the viewer, that right now you are in a very good place. You are standing in your power. You're not allowing anybody to take your joy or happiness from you. And I want you to know I send you so much love and light on your journey at this time. And thank you very much for allowing me, thanks Spirit for allowing me to channel this message for you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome. This is going to be your reading. So in case you missed the intro, I want to let everybody know that I am now open for personal and private readings for the month of December at 50% off. All of the details to this will be down below in the description bar below if you would like to book a reading with me. I also provide things such as photo readings. I'm actually certified through psychic medium Lily Rose, who I recently completed a course this month with her in terms of psychic reading photos. I also can do automatic writing as well, and other things. So you can check all of that down below in my description bar. But all of my services for the month of December will be offered at 50% off. So please, if you feel called and you'd like to book a personal and private reading with me, go for it. I'm your girl. So anyways, let's hop into your reading. So we're going to ask Spirit the collective question in regards to what is happening right now for the viewer. What's the tea, the gossip about pile number 2? So yeah, let's hop into it. So I'm just going to put this here, and I'm just going to look at this. I haven't read it in advance to see what is going on with you. So right away, the viewer, I think that the gossip about you is that you're starting to listen to your intuition more. Because when I put this together, I'm noticing this makes a third eye. If you can see that in the shot. When I put it together in the center, there's like an eye here. So that reminds me of your intuition or third eye. I think for you, the viewer, you hadn't been listening to your intuition in regards to a lot of areas of your life. I think you had been given a lot of signs and directions in terms of what you should be working on. But for a long time, you had been ignoring and not listening to your intuition. But recently, you have started to acknowledge your intuition and even started to acknowledge parts of yourself that may have been buried or hidden for a long time. I think for you, you've also experienced some sort of disappointment or some type of confusion that maybe happened. And so now you're trying to find your way to the top, because this looks like a mountain for me, or a building or something. So I feel like for you, the viewer, you may be now trying to clear up your mess. You're doing a lot of clearing, a lot of cleaning of your energy, a lot of things that no longer resonate with you. You're getting rid of them. I'm also hearing at this time that you are being given a lot of heart healing, or you may have received some heart healing. And I'm seeing a lot of circles. So those talk about portals for me in the crystals. So I feel like right now you have a heart chakra portal that's going to open up for you if it hasn't already opened, in terms of helping you move through your healing process. I think right now you're trying to mend your heart back together. And so because of this, you are receiving a lot of blessings, because you're not letting the pain of the past hold you back in terms of being able to move forward. So people are noticing this, that even though you may have gone through a recent difficult time, you're still persevering and you're still overcoming your circumstance, which people are starting to notice this about you. So let's read this. So this is selenite. So yes, a lot of cleansing. So with a moonlight glow, selenite illustrates our spiritual truth and greater purpose. It aligns our chakras and raises our awareness to higher dimensions, opening communication to your spiritual team. It brings clarity to the mind and slices through all negativity or confusion, cleansing your energy fields and protecting your aura. Selenite brings awareness to your subconscious patterns, highlighting what is ready to be healed. It activates the crown chakra and provides a doorway to personal transformation. Cleanse your way to clarity. Taurus moon. So you may have a Taurus or a moon in Taurus, but yes, you're cutting out things that no longer serve you, and you are embarking on a new chapter. So that is some of the gossip people are saying about you. So we have Malachite. Cleanse, trauma, intensity, transformation. So again, very transformative energy as well in this pile. People are talking about this. Malachite takes no prisoners, at least with your spiritual journey. A powerful conductant of energy. Malachite cleanses the emotional body of trauma, where from this life or past life. As a teacher of emotional responsibility, Malachite asks you to take accountability for your feelings and helps you to release patterns that no longer serve you. Look deep within the worlds of the patterns of Malachite to access other dimensions. Oh my God. That's what I talked about, right? Portals are opening for you. Within yourself, explore different timelines and hidden messages, bringing your consciousness to light. We have Scorpio and Capricorn and Venus. So that might be some astrological signs that is just helping to confirm the messages. So yes, heavy transformative energy in this pile is the gossip and the tea about you. So let's see what other things people are talking about. Wow, pile number 1 was powerful too, but this one as well is very powerful. So we have 8th house, intimacy. They want me to take 3. Okay. So I'm going to take 2 more and then I'm going to start talking. This is critical. Wow. Pile number 2, you the boss. You're taking charge of your life. This is great. Oh, there we go. I don't read reversals in this. So. And we have sun, being. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So we have intimacy, 8th house. So you might be a life path number 8, 9, or 1 is what Spirit is telling me. And that might resonate heavily with somebody to confirm the messages that I'm going to be talking about. So I feel like for some of you, you may have been someone, and I think there's going to be a lot of divine masculines who might be watching this pile for some reason. And even feminines as well. So right now, I hear for a lot of you, the gossip of the tea about you is that you have ended a very toxic cycle of addictions. So if this is a divine masculine watching this pile, there was some sort of, or even in general, feminine. You may have been giving your power away to romantic partners and just like having meaningless and pointless sex with people perhaps. But now you're starting to realize that intimate connections are what really matters of the heart. You want to get to know people. You're going to be having a Kundalini activation happening for you very soon as well, because you're going to be going through a period, I think, for some of you that where you may be not engaging with sexual partners as often as you were before. Something like that has changed for you, the viewer. And so because of this, you're now going to be activating parts of yourself that were hidden dormant deep inside. This is where I talked about the portals as well. Portals are going to be opening for you in areas of your solar plexus and your sacral chakra too. But this is all connected as well to your heart space. So once you heal trauma or situations or events that started this for you, you'll be able to step more into your power. I'm hearing for some of you, you may have been abused or molested or violated as a child, which then caused you to have this type of imbalance where you were either like giving your power away to partners that did not respect you or were not appreciating you because of the trauma that you experienced. But you're now releasing this. You're realizing that you need to release it because you're realizing that this is no longer serving you as a purpose. You've now taken on a higher level of learning, right? So now you're on a quest where you're traveling, you're seeking, you're venturing, and you might even have a life path number 9 as well. Where you are now going on a quest to find yourself. You are relying heavily on your beliefs, your faith, your education, right? Things in which has happened, right? You're now learning how to take risks as well. Because I think you're realizing that life is too short. So people are realizing if you were somebody before who was more of staying in your comfort zone, the gossip and tea about you as well is that you've cut out these negative codependent partners that you may have had in the past that were only with you for money, for sex, for investments. You've cut out that bullshit, and now you're on your path of seeking and discovering yourself and becoming a better version of yourself. You're listening to your intuition. You're trusting your guides. You're trusting your faith. If it's Buddhism, I'm hearing Hinduism, Christianity, spirituality practices, any type of religion or belief system that you have, you're trusting this now. And you're believing in yourself, and you're starting to step out of your comfort zone to take risks. Right? Very much like a Sagittarian type of energy, that carefree, happy-go-lucky spirit. You may have been drawn as well to pile number 1. There might be additional messages in there for you as well. Similar transformation, but this is a little bit more deeper. Or maybe you watched pile number 1 and then now you're hearing pile number 2. So you are starting to now take a lot of risk, which people are noticing that's about you. You've realized that life is too short for you to be afraid to take chances. And this is something people are gossiping about. How much have you changed? You become this sensual, I feel like a very sensual type of fiery energy. Just a lot, like you could even be a fire sign too. Just a very sensual type of energy people are gossiping about, because now you are showing the world the real you, right? You are beautiful, you are intelligent, or handsome, intelligent. You are a very, 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 very special person. And I think now people are gossiping about this, how much you've stepped into your power. So again, you've gone through some type of portal door. And here we have it here, the door. First house, self. Your physical body, your self-image, how you look, how you talk, how you act. you know, your options, things are just changing, right? You're becoming more aware of yourself. I think you're also balancing out your masculinity and femininity. You're letting go of childless, selfish ways, right? You could also have issues with your father. You're letting that go. And now Spirit has opened this gateway for you to step into, the viewer. And people are gossiping about this because now you are transforming rapidly as well. It's rapid. Even unconscious parts of yourself are starting to transform. And people are gossiping about this. So let's pull some tarot and get additional messages. Wow. Pile number 2. I feel this. This is a very strong energy. So this was, I feel like, past energy with you. I just saw the High Priestess, so again, very spiritual pile. Oh, girl, boy. Nice. 10 of Pentacles. This is so sick. 4 of Wands. Yo, this is powerful. Okay, let me pull one more card, and then I'll start talking. I'm going to put this in reverse, because it came out, telling me put it in reverse. The Hermit. So Virgo is prominent heavily in this pile as well. So viewer, you in the past had been giving your power away to things that did not serve your purpose, right? Because this was in reverse. You are a badass being of love, full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, me, the path to your best self. So you before didn't know who you were. You were in your shadow self for a long time, the viewer. And now you're starting to step out of this, and people are gossiping about this, that you are transforming, as I talked about. You have gone within to seek what would make you truly happy. And you're going to get it, pile number 2. Trust me. It's coming for you. In the past, and I feel like this should be actually up here, beside this card, and then this is now future energy. So in the past, you had been making a lot of very impulsive type of decisions, right? People were talking about it. You weren't thinking things through. You would just act without thinking about consequences, thinking about any rationale, thinking about anything. You were just responding. Could even be through your anger as well. I'm hearing for some of you, you may have had a lot of anger. You may have been very defensive. Your actions could have been very skewed in terms of the way that you really wanted to conduct yourself, but you're putting an end to this. This, I feel, is in the past. You had been giving your power away. It was because of your addiction. I'm hearing very heavily in this pile. Because of your addictions and because of your issues with intimacy or allowing people to even get too close to you. This is what caused you to make these impulsive, erratic type of decisions. But now you've realized that you need to get that clarity, right? And you want to have that balance, right? That peace, that happiness within yourself, right? You want to create a legacy that your children, right? Through your spirituality or through your beliefs, you want to create this legacy for your family members in your circle to come. Because as we heal 7 generations that came before us and 7 generations that will come after us. So you are now thinking about, how can I create a legacy, or how can I create some sort of change for myself, my grandchildren, their children, and other generations to come. So people are gossiping about this, how you're not afraid to show the world your spiritual side of yourself, especially in regards to your spiritual gifts. If you are a psychic medium like myself, you are now starting to step into your power, right? And you are now starting to build a stronger foundation for yourself. So you may have recently gotten a better job, or you've moved places, or you've gotten a promotion because you started to work on your foundations, right? Which is how you felt about yourself, right? So some parts of you were holding yourself back because you didn't think that you were worthy or good enough to achieve greatness. But you're now recognizing and realizing that you're here, right? You are here. You are important. And the community needs you, because they need people like you that can help to elevate others, right? To really help them become and transform a new person, right? You have now gone into some sort of solitude, which people are now noticing, where you're not giving your power away. You're reflecting. You're doing deep reflection. And that's the tea and the gossip about you, right? So you're standing up for what you believe in as well, the viewer, which is amazing. And now you're going to be given substantial rewards as you started to now step into your power and regain yourself, right? And find that balance. Excellent, viewer. Excellent. And I think in the past too, you as well were someone who was entertaining many options in love. But you've now realized that you need to cut that bullshit out because it's not getting you anywhere. You've now stepped into your power. So let's see. Last piece of advice, and I'm going to close out the reading before it gets too long. Last piece of advice, please, from Spirit for pile number 2. So viewer, the gossip, the tea about you is that you are on a path to greatness. This I know. So you got 2 cards. We have Pleiades. I am also a Pleiadian, so I resonate very heavily with this as well. Which is a type of starseed, in case you didn't know. So Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So now you're stepping into your life purpose. We have transformation. So everything I said was just confirmed through Spirit. Like, listen, man. My gifts be getting better and better as time is going on. So transformation, things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So yes, you are going through a lot of transformation right now. I feel the energy with pile number 1, pile number 2 is strong. This is serious piece of energy I'm feeling. I just actually feel like energized by just reading this information. I'm telling you, this has even uplifted me. So pile number 2, you killing it in the game right now. You killing it. Don't give up. Keep going. Let me see. 5 Pleiades. You might resonate as well as like a starseed of some sort. You could be from Pleiades like me, where we have this gift of uplifting humanity with using our heart space, which is probably why you pulled that green crystal, the malachite, because it's matters of the heart. So you are here to help people with matters of the heart. Why can't I find it? Okay, let me try to see if I can find it. I don't know what's going on. This is powerful, man. Listen, man. And whoever these people are out here, you guys have some strong energy because I feel it. But it's powerful. It's good. You're really a good person. I can feel that. I don't know why I can't find it. Pleiades. Come on. Pleiades, where are you? I wanted to read from the book, you know. I wish they had it like, this is not good. I guess they just want me to focus because I found the other one. So the Pleiades, you guys can research a lot about that, but they want me to focus because I can't find it in the book. They want me to focus more on this card. So I'm going to read this card specifically. But you're here for a higher purpose and you're being called for a double mission of uplifting humanity, right? So surveying the world as a channel for spirit is what you're being called to do at this time in terms of your actions. And this will come through your transformation that you're going to be experiencing or have already started. So things are changing at a cellular level. I'm reading the transformation card. Deep healing. You are not who you were a year ago, things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half risen and half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It is time to release old ways of being that have kept you in a fight, freeze flight, fright, or freeze mode, to choose a new way of being. Where trauma is not the driving force, old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them, and feel them without attachment, they loosen the grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways of self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun are influenced with this card. So that is something you may need to look up. Black Madonna and African goddess Oshun. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that have been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. Wreathing is happening. Healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, do not put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, or perhaps shifting your diet or exercise regime to getting energetic healing support. You may also need to consider some type of emotional support, as issues from the childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. So the work your light activation is, so hold this card to your heart and say, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation of change to happen at a cellular level. Right? So as we talked about, the reason why you had been giving your power away, the viewer, was because of some issue that happened to you in childhood, right? As we mentioned in the very beginning of this reading. You had been giving your power away because of trauma. It could have been a sexual trauma that you experienced, or abuse in the home, or something happened here where you now are being faced to heal it. And because of that incident that happened, it transformed your life forever. But it doesn't have to be your story. You are being called now to release and move through life, right? You need to heal that part of yourself. It doesn't have to be your story of darkness, of pain, of sadness. The time has come for you to step into your power and release what no longer serves you. Because where you're headed from here in your transformation is only up from here. Release what does not serve you. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I thank you so much for your love, likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Truly appreciated. Sending everybody lots of love and light deep from my heart space. If you would like to book a personal and private reading with me, you can always do this. Links to this information is down below in the description bar. Or you can send me an email at angiesawakening1111@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Mwah. Take care. Hey, pile number 3. So if you were drawn to these 2 crystals, this is going to be your reading. So in case you missed the intro, I want to let everybody know for the month of December, so that's December 1st to December 31st, I'll be providing personal and private readings at 50% off. I also have been recently accredited in photo readings by psychic medium Lily Rose, who is also a psychic medium such as myself. Who is a holistic coach and does a lot of healing work, such as spiritual release therapy, etc., etc. Stay tuned, everybody, because I too will be trained come January in spirit release therapy as well. I'm going to be doing that through Made for Love as well, so I'll be able to also provide this soon enough as a service as well. And I want to let everybody know that I also can do photo readings, automatic writings, in addition to tarot card readings, and also a channeled message from your person or somebody that may have passed on. I'm also a medium, so I can channel messages of both living persons and persons who have passed away. So yes, let's hop into your reading. So we're going to be asking Spirit. The other 2 piles were, the energy in that was ton up. Times 100. So that energy there in that pile was crazy. Those 2 piles were crazy. So you may actually be drawn to more than one reading, and the energies that I've been feeling very strongly are very powerful right now. So we're going to be asking Spirit, what's the tea and the gossip about you, pile number 3. So right away, I'm going to set this here so that I have more space. So I'm going to just feel the energy of the crystals, and then I'm going to start talking. So right away, I'm hearing from Spirit that you, the viewer, are starting to follow your passions. You are starting to follow your heart's desires, things that matter to the heart. You, for a while, I'm feeling, had held in a lot of intense emotions or feelings that you had. Could even be towards a love interest that you didn't want to express because of fear of rejection. I think you're now starting to realize that it's important that you need to be mature in all areas of your life if you want to be able to have success. I think for a while too, you felt very stuck in a box where you just didn't know how to break free from the pain and the feelings that you've been having at night keeping you up. I think you may also experience some sort of sleeping issues in this pile specifically, or if you hadn't in the past, recently something happened to trigger your sleep as a result of something that you went through. I'm also feeling as well that you have been spending some time by the water, or you like water, whether it be you like fishing, camping, nature. You're someone who really enjoys this as well too. But right now you're being provided a lot of heart healing, as well as you're being provided a lot of downloads from Spirit from into your crown chakra, as well as your third eye. I'm hearing as well that a lot of cleansing is happening as well for this pile too, where right now you guys are cleansing things, people, places that no longer serve you a purpose. You're getting rid of that, and people are noticing this and they're gossiping about this. But let's turn it over and see. So this is fluorite. So organization, clear priorities. So structure can provide freedom. The fluorite helps organize your life from top to bottom, heightening focus and releasing unnecessary stress. So cutting things out that no longer serve you. Fluorite assists with bringing clarity into your life, lifting your mental capabilities for a crystal clear intuition and empowered decision making by taking your discernment up a notch. Fluorite protects against bad influences and psychic manipulation. Fluorite both grounds and uplifts your energy, connecting your body to the earth and to higher spiritual awareness at the same time. Prioritize balance. And we have Capricorn and Pisces and Mercury. So this is powerful. So you are, as I talked about, you're cutting things out and you're being protected heavily too at this time. So Angel Phantom Quartz, faith healing renewal. Acting as a direct connection to the spiritual realm. Angel Phantom Quartz provides a profound relationship with your spiritual team. It aids in overcoming trauma, addressing inner child wounds. This was prominent very heavily in all the piles, so you may have been drawn to every single pile in this reading. Healing represents memories and alleviating negative emotions that have been haunting you from the past. With this awareness, Angel Phantom Quartz allows you to release yourself from trapped, which we talked about, the box, right? Damn, my channeling is getting better and better. With this awareness, Phantom Quartz allows you to release yourself from trapped memories to gain your own personal freedom. Empower yourself and write your own story despite whatever has happened to you in the past. You owe it to yourself, Capricorn Moon. So this is heavy earth signs in this pile. So yes, as we talked about, something happened to you in childhood which caused you to give your power away. But you're now learning that you need to release this to be able to heal and move forward, to become a better version of yourself. So people are gossiping about that because they recognize and realize that you are addressing your problems, right? Instead of just crying and being your feelings and this and that and not taking it seriously, blah, 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 you have now started to step into your power. So I'm just going to leave those two crystals up there so that you feel they stay in the energy, but very strong energy in this pile too. All right, so let's see. Let's find out more about what people are saying about you. Spirit, please, for pile number 3. What is the toss-up, the tea about pile number 3, Spirit? Okay, they want this one. 12th house, surrender. All right, they want one more. me to take this one. 10th house, reputation. Gemini, the butterfly. Deep transformation as well in this pile. This is crazy. My subbies be on point. You guys, your energy is powerful, man. I can feel it in all of the piles. This is serious. So we have 12th house, surrender. So right now, the viewer, you are surrendering, as we talked about, the things that no longer serve you. You're releasing things from your Akashic records as well. You might be drawn to doing some type of Akashic healing because of the fact that you have, I'd say, a lot of karma or a lot of heavy energy in your Akashic records. So right now, you are clearing your karma. You are moving through life right now with the ability to forgive and releasing baggage of things that do not serve your purpose anymore. You're releasing a lot of guilt and pain that you also held very close to your chest for a long time, because you're also realizing that this is what had been holding you. And I just saw 8:18 on the clock. So you might be drawn to, or type into Google 8:18 angel number to see what that means as a message for you. So you have been letting go of the past, and people are gossiping about this. I think you were someone who may have held on to a lot and kept it inside of yourself, and you didn't talk to people a lot about it, or you didn't address your problems. You kind of just like left it inside. You put it kind of like on your shit shelf, basically, where you just pile up a bunch of shit and you never really address anything. You just keep it inside. But now you're learning how to heal and release, because now you're realizing that there is more of a higher purpose in terms of your life existence. And so you're realizing that through prayer, through development of your abilities, and through you being able to move up different types of stages of development, you are working on becoming a better version of yourself. So people are gossiping about this because they're realizing that things in the past that you may have, like, let's say, called your friend and bitched to them about and complained and this and that, you're now putting on your big boy pants and big girl dress or underwear, whatever, and you are now becoming a better version of yourself. You're letting it go. Instead of you harboring, lamenting, crying, complaining about things, you are letting it go. You're releasing the baggage, right? You might also, your 12th house might be something important, or this month, number 12 might be significant for you, which is December, or number 1 plus 3 is the High Priestess. So I feel like you are now starting to, I think that's High Priestess. Or Empress. Empress. You are stepping into your divine feminine or masculine energy, basically, with this pile. And you're listening to your intuition. You're surrendering to spirit. So we have the 10th house reputation. So that reduces to 1. 1 is a cycle completion, which is the Fool in tarot. So right now you are very much in the Fool's type of energy, where you're taking a leap of faith towards something that you believe will bring you what it is that you're looking for. So in areas of your career, right? In areas of your love life, I'm hearing, in areas of your family life, your legacy, your life purpose, you are taking a leap of faith and you're stepping into your power, because I see 2 chairs here. So I feel like this is you and somebody else. You're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it. And I'm noticing here that there's 2 twins and twins as well here. So this is because of a twin flame. Something happened here in your love life in terms of maybe even your twin flame that caused you now to step into your power, where you want to match your person. There's something about matching and being an equal, I'm hearing from spirit, is very important to you as well. You want to be able to provide that stability for you and your person, and because of this, now you're taking charge and taking control of your life. And people are gossiping about this because I feel like for a lot of you, you may have gone through a period where you didn't really think that people like understood what you were going through, especially if it's a twin flame journey, because it can be very isolating. But now you're realizing that you want to open up, you want to speak your truth, and you want to be able to stand into your power, right? So you are communicating, and I'm noticing a lot of blue energy. So right now your throat chakra is being heavily activated as well at this time, because you're being able to speak, communicate. You're someone who people are talking about in the past may not have been flexible or always into problems or whatever, but now you're starting to become vocal of your situation, and you've realized that not speaking about your problems is not getting you anywhere. You've now released this and you've opened up your mind. I'm hearing for a lot of you that you also have a lot of street smarts capabilities as well too, where you're brains and beauty, or brains and handsome, which is something that people admire about you. So that's what they're gossiping about. They're admiring how much of a person that you are transforming into as well. This is heavy energy too. So yeah, see, we have the moon card, feelings, right? So you're releasing all of this, right? You're releasing, you know, not thinking that you're good enough. You're releasing feelings you had, baggage, right? Bad habits, things that no longer resonate with you. You're releasing that. You are now stepping into a period of deep transformation of yourself. That's heavy. That's serious. Okay, so this also came out in pile number 2. So pile number 2 might also be very important to you. So people are gossiping right now that you went through a period where you had gone within to look for the answers that you needed as well, to become a better version of yourself. Let's take one more spirit and then that's it. So let me pull the last card and then I'll start talking. This, I think, also came out in pile number 2. And this too. So yeah, no guys, like, you're gonna have, I think all the piles can resonate with everyone today pretty much, but pile number 3 can watch pile number 2 for sure. So we have this card here, the Knight of Swords. I'm just gonna keep it there to the side. I'll just make sure everything's in shot. So you, the viewer, the gossip that's here about you is that you took your power back. You went within to find the answers that you needed, right? You had been feeling very bad about yourself. I think you had some issues with your self-confidence and what you believed in. And now you have made some substantial progress in regards to this, where now you've gone within, basically, to really get the self-control and discipline and success that it was that you're looking for. Because the goal right now is that you want to be able to provide a long-lasting legacy for yourself as well as future generations to come. And you're releasing, I think you're also looking at a lot of your family patterns in terms of how people operate in your family lineage. And you're realizing that you don't want to have that continue on to the generations that are yet to come. You want to be able to live a strong life that's built on faith and your dreams, in fact, coming true, right? You're unlocking your happiness to becoming a better version of yourself. And I think a lot of that had to do with some type of romantic partner or some love interest that you had. So again, it's very strong. Twins here, 2 chairs, this and that. Yeah, no, this was a twin flame, the chariot, where there's 2 here. So yeah, no, this was definitely because of a twin flame situation that you have now evolved and transformed into a different version of yourself. So they can't say anything bad. Like, I feel like all the piles, like, you guys are just on point. Like, I don't know, people aren't really talking shit per se. They're more of like shocked at like how much you've changed in such a short period of time. I think there was someone who, if you're a Cancer as well, like myself, I know that we hold our feelings in, or even a Gemini or Virgo, which we have it here. So this is in regards to either Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, or some type of earth sign. But heavily Gemini, Virgo, and Cancer are heavy in this pile, because we also have the moon with feelings. So you could be one of those signs, or the person that caused the shift to happen to you could have been one of those signs. So we have unbound, releasing old patterns, right? So you're releasing old patterns that no longer serve your purpose. And contracts from your past life, right? So things that you had been holding very deeply in your self-conscious that you weren't aware of, you're releasing this. And you're trusting the niggle, right? You're trusting your gut, your intuition. It's guiding you at this time. That's crazy. So let's read what it says, and then I'm going to close off your reading. But very heavy, heavy, heavy transformative type of energy at this time. Heavy. You've definitely gone through a major glow up, or if this doesn't happen already, it's going to be happening very soon, and people are going to notice a different, drastic change. And it was all because of a twin flame or some love interest that you had that caused this to happen. Where now you just stepped right into your power. So let's read what it says. Unbound, which is this card here. So it says, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than now. Take a look at the patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient wounds and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It would be a vow of silence and chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is important to acknowledge how they have served you up till now. For example, an old soul pattern of playing small because caused by fear of being seen or sharing your voice would serve you from keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving, calling, and support. It is time to unbind the old ways of being that are no longer suitable. So this card wants you to hold it to your chest. So I'll hold it for you, the viewer, and say, I release all old soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in this present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound, forever unbound, right? So you are closing out major karmic cycles at this time, the viewer. That is the gossip and tea about you. You're closing out what no longer serves you, and there's 3 here. So if your story was you always being caught up in some type of third-party situation as well, you are releasing that. You are no longer accepting somebody treating you like shit and you settling for less than what you deserve, right? And that's why I think it was relation to love, because I'm noticing 3 here. So you could have been involved in a lot of third-party karmic situations, and now you're no longer allowing yourself to be involved in those situations again. So that's what I have for you, the viewer. If this resonates and you would like to book a personal and private reading with me, shout out to your girl at my email at angiesawakening1111@gmail.com. So thank you so much. Sending you lots of love and light right now at this time. Until we meet again. Take care. Bye.